Now, on texturizing the head, we're going to go ahead and use an established color here, and go ahead and do a screenshot of this. And what you see is, take this out, you see the ambient occlusion, color ramp, a mix node, color attribute skin, which is where the color is going to come from there, a second color attribute. These are vertex paint groups, and we're going to go ahead and get those vertex paint groups in there. And we're going to go into Principal BDSF, and this is how we're going to do the colors. So it's a ambient occlusion, a mix, color attributes. One is the base color of the skin. The other is going to be used as a roughness and specular map, where you're going to paint in Vertex painting a black and white map, which is going to be used to go ahead and get the specular sheens and roughnesses. So we'll need to create, there also is some subsurface scattering in here. So we need to create this color attribute, and what we're going to do for that is we're going to go over to Vertex Groups, Color Attributes, going to click on this, and we're going to go type it in and call it skin, and we're going to say OK, and we're going to do color, and this is going to be the base color, so we're going to do that at somewhere something like that. So we have this node set up, and we need to create this color attribute called skin. We're going to do that using the color attribute group. We'll come in here, cut skin. We'll set the base color, and this is just a formula. It's HSV 0.04, 0.3, and 0.95. And maybe we'll make it a little bit pinker. A little bit more saturated. And we'll make it a little bit redder. Okay, so that's the base color. And so that's being pulled on Vertex colors. And I think we need to change that. So we can do that using Vertex painting. Actually, what we'll do is we'll delete this off, add it back in. And what we're changing here is the base color, so we'll make it a little more saturated and a little bit redder. Okay, that looks pretty good. And we'll be able to paint onto this as the basic color. Let's go ahead and change the background to black. But you see here one called sheen, which is going to be used to put the specular highlights, paint them on. And we'll do that. What we do here is we create, again, another color attribute map. We'll call it sheen. And this time the base color should be, we want it to be white. And it is used to drive these highlights, and we'll be able to go ahead and paint that in. And to see that, what we want to do is go over to here, and let's see where we can see that. So to set up for painting in Vertex painting using the Sculpt Vertex, we set up in the shading area. We set up a dummy texture for painting on the head, which is basically the color attribute directly into the base color with subsurface off, specular down to 0, roughness up. So we're basically just seeing a flat color of this. And then we should be able to go into sculpting, select this sculpt painting brush here, and then go ahead and paint on it. Now, the way this is set up, this is the sheen color attribute, and what it's going to do is it's going to paint, it's going to concentrate both the specular highlights into a certain location, and wherever the black shows up, it's been reversed. Let's go ahead and make certain that this is, so we expect it around the nose. And the base color is white, so to get this secondary color black, let's go ahead and change this to black. And now the primary color should be black, and you'll see it comes up. So let's undo that, and let's put something here. Let's not do that one. Let's do something along the side here. Maybe up in here. Paint it over again. Along the edge. Maybe in the ear. So our ear's not part of the face, so I have to do that. Maybe a little bit on the cheek. And then let's see about something in the lips. Okay, so now let's see if this works. We'll go over to shading. We'll go turn on the lights. And we'll switch back to our skin texture. And okay, so let's double check that this is going through this correctly. Okay, so depending on how it's set up, you can see now that the specular highlights are concentrated where it was painted. Okay, so let's go see if we can do this real time. Make certain we're not in the okay, sculpt mode, color attributes, make certain we're on sheen and that it's displaying, and let's see if we can do this. So one of the challenges of this is it's hard to visualize the appearance, but this should work, at least just keep it going. Apparently, so we go back to shading, and let's see. Now, if I've done this right, I should be able to go ahead and paint on this. And there it is. So what it shows you is that this map will paint this in. Now, this isn't doing great because what I need to do now is change this to white. And I'm able to paint the reflections in. But the idea is that you paint these two reflection maps and the color, and you've got what you need. Now if we switch over to skin, we should be able to paint the color directly. So for example, we'll take a little red and very gently do something like this. You see you get a redder color. She's got it in the base of the nose, the ears, which I can't do now because the ears aren't attached to the head. Should probably have something in the chin. And this is where you need to memorize your color, your base color, because the problem is going to be setting it back. But we have that base color saved as the base color of the skin, so we can get back to it. And then what we can do is paint the lips. And there we got maybe a little in here.